Welcome to Another Way with Annie and me. Our first interview we have today is Richard, my husband. Can you tell me in less than a minute who you are?
I always say the nickel tour of my life is that I was a gymnast in high school and college, and I became a professional ballet dancer. And then I made the natural transition that anybody would make from ballet, and I went to work for Apple, and worked for Apple for like 11 years or whatever. And then I kind of semi-retired and became a Pilates instructor, and now I'm fully retired.
I like that. Just really quick, you were a dancer before you went to college? You didn't just go from gymnastics to ballet?
I started dancing a few months before my 21st birthday.
And you became a professional dancer?
Yeah, I became a professional.
That's amazing.
I never even danced at a party. I actually decided to become a professional dancer before I ever even danced at a party. Between the time I decided I was going to do it and I took my first lesson, it was like about 3 months because I had to wait for the semester to start. I was in college. I'm at this party and somebody asked me to dance and I gave my usual answer, no, I don't do that, you know. And then I realized, wait a minute, I just made the decision to become a professional dancer. I guess I better dance at this party.
That's crazy.
So I did, and it was predictably awful.
And you also had this amazing turnout. He's like opposite of me. I'm like turned in. He's like perfect. Look at that. He's like perfect turnout. Was there time, maybe not with the dance, but anything in your life where you had to find another way to make your things happen in life?
Seems like you always have to find another way, because whenever you try to do, no matter what it is, starting a business or whatever it is, life is just about finding another way. People who give up are never going to be successful. People who don't give up find another way. No matter what you decide to do, there's going to be some difficulties and some challenges. You know, things are hard. You have to be able to work through that, and the only way to do that is to find another way.
That's true. We had a little doggy break with Annie. Annie missed his little brother, big brother, Otis. Now, Richard, who inspired you to become a dancer or work for Apple?
I mean, I've always had people that have inspired me, you know, whether it's my parents or, you know, one of my first gymnastics coach or my first ballet teacher. You know, and these people, like, they believed in me and they just helped me along the way. They saw that I had a passion for it and they were there for me when I needed them the most.
That's amazing.
I was very, very lucky that way. So when I was working at Apple and I was a hiring manager at Apple, they had an extremely rigorous interview process. It was like 8 hours. You know, have to cycle through like all these different conference rooms and meet with all these different people on the team. It was a very rigorous interview process. And at the very end, a one-on-one interview with the hiring manager, and, you know, in some cases that was me, you'd have 2 or 3 final candidates that you would talk to and then you'd make your choice. Whenever I talk to anybody during an interview and you ask them all the various questions about their career or this and that and the next thing, the last question I asked every single person I ever interviewed at Apple was, who is your inspiration? Who do you look up to? You can tell a lot about a person by who they admire. At one point, it's like everything you need to know about somebody. Find out who do they admire.
So, Richard, thank you for the short interview. First of many to come interviews with Annie and me. Thank you for coming. And Annie, can you remember what we're going to say in the end? There is always another way. Thank you so much for coming, Richard, for the interview for Another Way with Annie and